Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Thunderstruck Super Series Magic Mike 125 here from USA International Speedway from Lakeland, Florida. Got 125 laps for you guys tonight around this little over half-mile track. As I bring up your track info, 73 degrees on the track surface. Going to be an interesting one tonight here in these super late model cars. I'm Zach Wetstein, by the way, bringing you another Thunderstruck Super Series broadcast. Going to be a fun one. We're going to pull up the point standings real quick, and then we'll get to what these guys are putting down in qualifying. As you see, Jason Warren currently your leader, over 5 points over Fry Hubbard in second, and a three-way tie for the second spot currently between Fry Hubbard, Mickey Isaac, and Michael Swank. And the rest of the points there, as you see, a pretty close one here in the top 10 or so. It's going to be a fun run to the end. I believe with this series it is 8 races, so let's pull that up real quick. As you see your schedule there. So this is the halfway point for these guys here at USA Speedway. Charlotte coming up next week. Halfway. So if anybody misses a race at all this season, it's going to kind of stunt their way trying to make a move for the championship in the season 1 of the Thunderstruck Super Series. So important race halfway through the season so far for these guys, especially Jason Warren, to try to extend that points lead. And guys for, like Fry Hubbard trying to get out of that 115 tie and possibly try to take the lead away from Jason Warren after Warren had struggled a little bit last week at Martinsville, able to maintain that lead. Or I think he may not have struggled. I'm sorry. I misspoke there a little bit. And we are going to go ahead and see what some of these guys have done so far in qualifying. Looks like Shannon Wilder on the pole spot so far with a 20.117. Barely over Jason Warren with a 21.65. As we're here with Joshua Sexton, we're going to go ahead with Joshua here on his second lap. See if he can improve any. Currently in the 9th spot. Oh wait, that's not Joshua Sexton, that's Eric Lake, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Eric Lake qualifying. Joshua Sexton qualified 9th. And Eric will move up to the 8th spot. See if Eric can improve on the second lap. Coming to the start-finish line. Looks like he'll stay right there in the 8th position. Looks like we got about 19 cars here tonight. 14 have qualified so far. See if we get anybody else out on track. Not currently. So while we wait... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice that was on there. My apologies. So qualifying is over, it looks like. Real quick, gonna go ahead here. Well, I thought I had a camera set up, but I guess I had lost it. As Shannon Wilder, you see there, is able to get the pole spot for tonight's race. look to see if Shannon can hold that spot over Jason Warren, who has been pretty fast all year, obviously leading in the championship points here in the halfway point of the season. As we're going to pull up your grid here real quick. Shannon Wilder with a 20.117 on the pole spot. Jason Warren in a close second. Qualifying third, Josh Oswald. Fourth, Tanner Marr. Fifth, Brian Kornlacki. Fry Hubbard in the sixth spot. Curtis Critchley in the seventh position. Eric T. Lake qualifying eighth. Michael Swink ninth. And Joshua Sexton qualifying 10th. Sam Weston in the 11th position. In the 12th spot, Chad Bassett. In the 13th position, Mickey Isaac. Keith Lichtenwalder in the 14th spot. Dave Wittstruck in the 15th position. David Hall in the 16th spot. Josh Lokenvitz qualifying 17th. Aaron Ward 18th. And Keith Thurst qualifying 19th, rounding out your field. Believe it or not, this track, a little over a mile and a half. So 125 laps, probably going to go by pretty quickly. We'll see how many cautions we might have tonight, as we are rolling and ready to go racing here at USA International Speedway. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to all of you watching. Hope you guys enjoy the new graphics up there on the screen, with the new ticker being up there on the top of the screen instead of the side now. I sure enjoy it. So hope you guys enjoyed as well, and hopefully the first race with this new ticker will be a good one to watch, and I think these guys will definitely put on a good show tonight. As we are to the one to go. I'm actually going to... Oh, wait, no, I turned off my spotter. Never mind. I was going to say I have to turn off my spotter, but I think I remember to turn off my spotter, so we're going to figure out when these guys go green if I truly turned off my spotter or not. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon Wilder leading the pack to the green. And the green flag is out. We are still side by side going into turn one for the lead. A great restart by Jason Warren on the outside. And he might be able to take that first spot on that outside. Still side by side, 2 rows deep here. And it looks like Jason Warren's finally going to... Oh, and we're spinning in the back. Looks like the 911 of Brian Korlacki spinning. No caution. Surprised there was no caution there. As we keep rolling, and Jason Warren able to take the lead off the jump here from Shannon Wilder. Got a great restart on the outside. Didn't lag behind and was able to take advantage of it. Shannon Wilder going to try to not give it up too easily now. But so far, a nice lead for Warren now. We're going to move back a little bit further in the pack. Looks like Michael Swink just taking that spot away from Chad Bassett. And really, Chad Bassett's kind of fallen back here, losing a couple of positions on that lap. And might lose one more here to Josh Lokenvitz. Looks like, yep, might be able to settle in now in that 12th position. Chad Bassett, see if he can maybe pick himself up and start gaining positions back here. As we go back to Jason Warren, trying to build that gap on Shannon Wilder. As Keith Thurst in the pits. Not sure what that was for. And as kind of expected, Jason Warren, you know, he's been great week in and week out, and able to grab the lead on the initial start of this race. And we're going to see just how much he can make up ground over Shannon Wilder and make that gap even larger. This is an open setup league, so you know, these guys have differing setups, and Jason Warren seems to just be able to build a good setup week in and week out, like I mentioned. Just he seems to be able to just know what to do with that car in order to make it fast on the short run and the long run, as we're on the shorter run of things here, but I think we're going to see him gain even more speed on the long run. Tanner Marr there in the third position, trying to track down Shannon Wilder for that second spot. Josh Oswald being hunted down by Curtis Critchley right now, though. Looks like Oswald's going to be able to hold that fourth spot for now, but I mean, here comes Critchley right on the back bumper. Don't expect to see any bumping runs here early on, but I mean, expect it later on. If we're coming to the closing laps and someone wants a position, we might see a little bit of a bump and run. As you know, the bottom is the preferred line here, so it's doable to bump someone out of the groove but not wreck them. We'll see here soon if he's able to make that pass cleanly without touching the back bumper of Josh Oswald. Those two may be starting to catch up on last week's winner, Tanner Marr. Oh, sounds like we have a little bit of contact right ahead of them. But nothing going on, no caution. There's a little bit of damage. Is that, not sure if that was, no, it's not Keith Thurst. I saw a little bit of contact there. Sorry about that, not sure what happened there. So we're going to go back here with Josh Oswald and, oh, contact! Tanner Marr in the 68. Keith Lichtenwalder, and wow, Lichtenwalder just kind of all over the place right now, going to hit the wall. So contact between him and these lead lap cars. Yeah, you see a lot of damage on that car right now. Back up here from the third position back, Tanner Marr trying to hold off Josh Oswald, and Josh Oswald himself trying to hold off Curtis Critchley. Nice three-car battle here for the third position. You see the, oh, as Josh Oswald get to the inside of Tanner Marr here. Not able to keep the position, though. And is going to have to yield that position back to him. Wow, really good run through 1 and 2, though, there. See if he can stay side by side. He's able to go into the inside and get side by side with him, but not able to hold it off of the turn. As you see once again. But just not able to hold it. Nice race here for the third position. And Curtis Critchley kind of trying to be patient and let these two guys race it out and take advantage. As Josh Oswald able to take that third spot away. And here comes Critchley for that spot as well, as Tanner Marr might fall back to the 5th spot here, and he will. Oh, and he makes contact with the wall. The 4 car got into the wall there on the exit of turn 2. This is a short track, so I don't suspect that damage to really hurt him too much. And it's Josh Oswald now trying to hold on to that third position over Curtis Critchley. Josh Oswald currently in the 5th position in points as we come into this week. He has 106 points to Jason Warren's 120, so looking to just gain ground however much he can. But if Jason Warren is winning races, that's going to be difficult to do. And Jason Warren, through 23 laps, has led every single lap. And, well, Josh Oswald might be giving up the 3rd position soon. He's not going to give it up easily, though. I know that. One person I want to take a look at here quickly while we're talking points, Fry Hubbard, 2nd in the points currently. He is 2nd in the points, tied with Mickey Isaac and Michael Swink at 115. So Mickey Isaac is back in the 13th position, and Michael Swink back in the 10th position. So Fry Hubbard, although back in the 7th spot, has lost a spot since the initial start. He is looking good at taking at least the 2nd spot away in the championship standings. Or at least taking it for his own as a caution is out. We're going to try to find who that crash was on. Gonna try to find out who it was on. I don't think it was Sam. No. Not really able to find out who the caution was on. Lichtenwalder does have damage, but that was from earlier. Trying to find anybody who has damage. Doesn't look like anybody up here, though. As we have some people coming down pit road, it looks like. Looks like Tanner Marr, Curtis Critchley, and Fry Hubbard all on pit road. Gonna get them some fresh tires. And fuel, of course. As Jason Warren, your current leader, led every single lap so far. Looking dominant, per usual, and we're going to see if he can keep that up on this next restart. See if Shannon Wilder can possibly get a good jump and maybe take that lead back after losing it after having the pole spot. Maybe get the 1 to green here. I think we will. While we are under caution, real quick, I will bring up once again the schedule for you guys for this series. We're currently at USA Speedway, as you see there on the graphic. Charlotte Speedway next week for 75 laps, around that 1.5 miles, a rare 1.5 miles for this series. As you see, a lot of short tracks on there. Phoenix is 1 mile, but still, 1.5 miles on this schedule is kind of rare. So it's going to be a fun race to watch. 4 weeks left: Charlotte, South Boston, Nashville, and Dover. Dover, a great track to finish out on. Personally, I like that track a lot. So a lot of fun racetracks left on the schedule. 4 more until the season's end. So, I mean, 4 races in, we're already halfway through. So every single race, every single spot is that much more important for all of these guys, and Jason Warren leading the points and leading this race right now. I am going to move this graphic, this Happy Thanksgiving thing over here though for you guys, so you can see the pit stop. As we are coming around for our first restart of the race. I don't like to call the initial start a restart. As Jason Warren, a great jump. Now side by side, Josh Oswald trying to take that second spot away, and he will, wrecking in the back. And we are wrecking even more. Michael Swink and a couple of others. The caution's going to come out. And we are going to go check out what happened here. Let's go ahead and check what happened out here to Michael Swink. Oh, wrecking in front of him. And oh, contact between him and the 98 of Dave Whitstruck. And that spins that 30 car around and into the wall. A lot of contact. Brings out the second caution of this race. A little bit of a spotty restart. Had some contact for second place, it looked like, with Shannon Wilder possibly. Now Shannon back in the 4th position, lost 2 spots, and you see some damage on that right front there. So some damage for one of the guys that looks like could possibly fight for the lead and the win here tonight. See how much that affects that 10 car. As we're going to take a look at our points and where everybody is. So Jason Warren, your points leader, in the lead. Fry Hubbard back in the 10th position. In second in points, Mickey Isaac also in second, tied in points with Fry Hubbard. Back in the 17th position, Michael Swink, also tied for the second spot in the championship points. 2 spots back from Fry Hubbard in the 12th position. In 5th place in the points, Josh Oswald in second. So that's kind of an update for your top 5 currently. That's kind of the mix for the championship right now. I mean, really through the top, 8 or 9, it's only about 20 to 30 points difference. So a lot of contenders for the championship in this series, but that's your top 5 and where they are positioned on the track currently. The winner of these races gets 43 points, and it goes down 1 for every position, so not a lot that separates the points at the end of these races. It's not like any bonus points or, in our Cup Series we had 45 for the winner and 40 for second. So unlike that, it's only 1 point difference between who wins the race and who gets second. So say Fry Hubbard can find his way up to the second spot by the end of this race, and Jason Warren ends up winning it. Jason Warren not going to be able to really build on that lead very much, but still a lot of people who can win this race besides Jason Warren as well. So obviously not just going to write him off as the winner, but very fast here early on in this race. 36 laps in to a 125 lap race as these cars bunch back up 2 by 2 to restart this race once again. See what Josh Oswald can do from that second spot now that he is in that position. Pace car will pull off here and see when Jason Warren goes. He's going to hold him back longer than he did last time. We are green flag racing here at USA International Speedway. A great restart for Jason Warren, and Eric T. Lake looking to try to take that second spot away from Josh Oswald. We're going to see if he can do so. Not able to do it. Josh Oswald going to hold on to that second spot. And here comes the 051 of Joshua Sexton. But if he's not careful, maybe give that spot up to Shannon Wilder there on the inside. Still side by side for the 4th position. Joshua really holding strong there on the outside, but just, I mean, it's just, he's keep getting worn out. It's just hard to hold that spot on the outside, and Shannon Wilder able to take that 4th spot away. And now here comes Brian Krolacki for that 5th spot. Right behind them, side by side as well. So a lot of side by side racing here at this little over half-mile track. And spinning the 091, or the 051, sorry, of Joshua Sexton around, and a lot of carnage on the front stretch. Also, Brian Krolacki in that 911 car. A lot of carnage. We're going to go find out what happened. And we're going to come back live here to see what happened. And contact between Krolacki and Joshua Sexton, and just a lot of carnage there on the front stretch. Tanner Marr might have been in that a little bit. So a lot of damage for some of these cars back here, caught up in that. And yet another caution here at USA International Speedway, and we're going to see some people pit. Whether that is for damage or for tires or both, we're going to find out. As it looks like we have 4 cars down pit road right now. Tanner Marr once again down pit road. Fry Hubbard, Brian Krolacki, and Dave Wittstruck. You know that Krolacki had some damage, so he's probably going to use a quick repair. I believe they do have 1 or 2 in this league, so you know he's going to use that quick repair to his advantage. Everyone else is going to stay out, as these cars are going to need to get out before they get lapped here. The only car left on pit road, it looks like, and he's going to go on and get out, is Brian Krolacki. So, through 43 laps, Jason Warren still your leader. Josh Oswald second. Eric T. Lake in the 3rd spot. Shannon Wilder 4th. And the top 5 is Curtis Critchley. David Hall in the 6th position. Chud Bassett in the 7th. Michael Swink in the 8th position. Aaron Ward 9th. And Dave Wittstruck rounding out the top 10 so far in this race. Biggest mover tonight is David Hall in the 3 car. Up 10 spots from the initial start of the race, starting 16th. So nice run for him so far to get up to the 6th position. And let's see if he's able to even move forward more in this pack and try to maybe go up there and fight for the lead and fight for the win. Not even halfway here yet, so a lot of time for all of these guys to maybe insert their name into the battle for the win here at USA. Definitely not a lot of room for error on this track. As you see, it's kind of a tight track altogether. The groove and the turns and the front stretch are just not all that wide, so not a lot of room for error. And you saw the contact there between earlier, the 911 of Brian Krolacki just came up a little bit off that inside and made contact with Joshua Sexton. As we are getting ready to go green once again, we're going to see if Jason Warren is able to get another good restart and be clear for the lead going into turn 1. Or if Josh Oswald's able to get a good jump this time and maybe take that lead away. And we're going green. Once again, Josh Oswald going to try to fall back into the second spot. But once again, here comes Eric T. Lake trying to get that second spot away, just like last restart. Now, oh, Josh Oswald gets loose out of the turn. Contact between him and Eric Lake, and you see the damage on Eric Lake's right front. We're going to take a little bit of a closer look at that damage. As you see, oh, and wrecking in front of him. Oh, Josh Oswald once again wrecking. Josh Oswald, the left front of that car crinkled up. We're going to go see what caused this caution. Going into turn one. Oh, left rear clipped by, it looks like, the 54 of Curtis Critchley. And might have been a little bit of contact from Michael Swink. I was looking away there. As we are under caution again here at USA International Speedway. And we are seeing your leader Jason Warren down pit road, along with Shannon Wilder. Fry Hubbard once again down pit road, and Curtis Critchley. It looks like that's all we have for drivers on pit road. Josh Oswald as well with that damage. See if he gets that fixed with the quick repair, and he does, as that left rear is nice and shiny and new for that driver. You see everybody there getting 4 tires and fuel. One thing I would like to see iRacing add to their service is, you know, us as a spectator, I'd love to see everybody and their pit crew. I mean, obviously that would add a lot of graphics and maybe hurt your FPS, but I mean, I would love to see, you know, all those pit crews on pit road changing the tires, adding fuel to these cars. I think that'd be awesome to see from a spectator's point of view. Also down pit road, it looks like Brian Korlaki. But we'll see if that ever happens. Probably won't, but we'll see. As Eric Lake, your new race leader. Sorry. Hope you guys are enjoying the race so far here from USA International Speedway. From the Thunderstruck Super Series, 4th race of the season halfway through the season. Jason Warren, who was your leader, has led every lap until he pit there. He's back now to, looks like, the 10th position. As these guys look like they're about to go back racing as the lights are off on the pace car. And we are side by side through the field once again, 2 by 2. Going to be an interesting restart diving into turn 1. New leader Eric Lake. See how good of a jump he's able to get. And Chud Bassett in the second spot. So we're starting to see a couple of drivers up here in the top 3 spots. David Hall in that 3rd spot, up 13 positions from the initial start. Dave Woodstruck, Aaron Ward. So starting to see some new names up here. And we're going to see how these guys do on this restart. Eric Lake, the controlling car. And he is off and he is clear for the lead. Second spot, Chud Bassett and David Hall going into turn 1. We're going to see who can come out of turn 2 with that second position. 3 car of David Hall trying on the inside there, but we might be 3 wide racing here at USA International Speedway, wrecking. And it looks like they're able to keep it straight, but Chud Bassett back there gonna take the blunt of the the hit there, as Dave Woodstruck got super aggressive there. 3 wide racing and a little bit of contact between him and another driver. I'm not sure what driver it was. It might have been Chud Bassett. But aggressive racing there from that 98 car, who's now going to maybe lose that second spot to Tanner Marr. Tanner Marr, I think, started in the 6th spot on that restart, so he is up 4 spots from that restart. Wild racing here at USA International Speedway on that restart. I never expected to see 3 wide racing, and we did there. Luckily, these guys able to keep it straight and not bring out a caution. I was going to go back and show you guys that contact, but I don't want to take away from the live racing we have going on. Joshua Sexton trying to maybe take that 3rd spot away from Dave Woodstruck, as we have a couple of battles going on here for the 3rd position and the 5th position. Jason Warren up to the 5th spot, restarted 10th, right behind these two side by side for the 3rd spot. And Joshua Sexton able to take that 3rd spot away going into turn 1, and here comes Jason Warren. Dave Woodstruck, after that aggressive 3 wide racing, taking that 2nd spot away, falling back to the 5th spot now, still up 10 spots from his initial start of the race in that 15th position. And now Jason Warren hunting down Joshua Sexton for that 3rd position. See how quickly he's able to take it if he's able to. And while this is happening, Tanner Marr looks like he might be trying to come for the lead as well. Not yet, but Jason Warren, here he comes. Looked like he was going to peek to the inside there, and now he is. Joshua Sexton choosing that high line, kind of giving that spot to Jason Warren. Maybe knew that he was just faster, and let him have that spot and just hold that 4th spot strongly. As we're going to see if it takes how long it takes Jason Warren to maybe catch these top 2 on that fresh rubber. A lot of racing back here though. The 6th position, Aaron Ward. Oh, we might be 3 wide racing once again here at USA International Speedway. Josh Oswald on his outside able to take that spot away from Aaron Ward 2 times now. We've been 3 wide racing here at USA. Just you do not expect to see that at all. And we've seen it twice so far tonight. And we're just about halfway through this race. See if we see even more of it later on. Aaron Ward also losing that 8th spot to Shannon Wilder. As Tanner Marr looking to assert himself for the lead over Eric Lake. Eric Lake in that 5-car led since the restart. Got a good jump, but he is being stalked by Tanner Marr right now. Again, Tanner Marr, last week's winner at Martinsville Speedway, so not surprised to see him up here fighting for the lead. See if he can take 2 in a row. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact between him and Eric. Is it too early for contact here at USA, or is Tanner Marr going to maybe bring out the bump and run? We'll see if he needs it. He's trying to peek to the inside there. Not able to do it just yet. And while he's struggling to get past Eric here, Jason Warren's starting to creep up on him. The longer Tanner struggles to pass Eric Lake, the bigger of a possibility is that he's going to lose that 2nd spot to Jason Warren. And to the inside of Eric, he's going to take the 1st spot away. Tanner Marr to the lead. Eric Lake not able to fight back, and now Eric Lake might lose the 2nd spot to Jason Warren. 2 spots in 1 lap, it looks like. Unfortunate for Eric. We'll see if he's able to hold that third spot strong. As now Jason Warren, like I said, up to that second spot. Let's see how long it takes him to take that first spot away from Tanner Marr. Oh, Lichtwarner there in the back, able to keep it straight. See if Tanner Marr's able to build a gap over Warren, or if Warren's able to take the lead away. That 32 machine just looks strong as always. Interesting thing, if you look that right front as they go by, you'll see those brakes glowing red. One thing I love about iRacing, they added that little feature. It's a small feature, but I like it, especially at these night races. You can see those brakes glowing pretty brightly as they're heavy on the brakes around tracks like this. Also, when you come to a short track, you got to worry about lap traffic. You know, Martinsville kind of takes the cake, you know, along with Bristol with having to deal with lap traffic, but USA, even though it has a little bit of a wider groove, you still have to deal with lap traffic and getting by lap traffic, and that usually seems to be tough for the leader, as those guys are going to try to not go lap down. And ooh, Tanner Marr used, as I'm talking about it, Tanner Marr tried to use that lap car as a pick, but not able to work. Jason Warren to the inside. Warren not able to take the lead just yet. That inside tonight has shown that you're able to get to somebody's inside, but it's hard to hold it. But it looks like Warren might be able to hold it and into turn 3, able to take the lead back away from Tanner Marr. Jason Warren looking strong tonight and went from 10 to first on this last restart, and it only took him about 10 to 20 laps. Also, Joshua Sexton in that third position. Maybe he can try to track down Tanner Marr for that second spot. As you saw Sam Wetstein getting passed there by Joshua Sexton, we had a Bud Light and a Coors Light paint scheme go by each other. Or no, they're both Coors Light. Never mind. Dual Coors Light paint schemes. Joshua Sexton, see if he can go take that second spot away from Tanner Marr, and see, more importantly, if he has anything for the lead. Michael Swink down pit road. Oh, looks like Joshua Sexton looking to make a move to the inside, and he's going to make it work. He didn't even have to take multiple turns to take that spot away. Into turn 1 and 2, able to take it cleanly away from Tanner Marr. As Tanner Marr falls back to the third position. Looks like Brian Korlacki taking that 9th spot away from Aaron Ward. A lot of damage on that 911 car. But, you know, around a short track like this, damage doesn't always affect you too much. As long as that engine's running at full power, you don't really need to worry about damage. Josh Oswald looking to fight off Shannon Wilder for that 5th spot. Shannon, who had the pole to start this race, struggled a little bit on a couple of restarts ago and really is kind of fallen back, and now in that 6th position looking to take away that 5th spot away from Josh Oswald and maybe fight his way back up there near the lead. He's going to use the outside to success here. Looks like he's going to be able to take that spot away, not on the inside, but the outside. We've been seeing that inside as a passing lane, but Shannon Wilder may be introducing a new one. Not able to take it just yet, though. Josh Oswald doing a good job at holding that spot there through the inside line. as you see Josh Oswald able to hold on to that spot over Shannon Wilder. And actually looking to take the 4th spot away from Eric Lake here. Kind of a 3-car battle now here for the 4th position. Ooh, as you see Josh Oswald, I mean, he cruised up to the back bumper there of Eric Lake. Now going to try to use that inside to take that spot away. Going to be able to do it. Looks like the 5-car going to fight back, but I was going to say unsuccessfully, but dives into that turn, but not able to keep that spot. And now here comes Shannon Wilder for that 4th position, or that 5th position. So Josh Oswald gets the inside of Eric Lake, and Shannon Wilder takes advantage, also taking a spot away from Eric. You see Eric got loose there a little bit in the background. Oh, and spinning Eric Lake. He's going to spin around and hit the inside wall and bring out a caution. Looked like just a self-spin. Taking a look at what happened to him here. Oh, just got back on the gas and it just spun around for him. Bringing out our 4th caution, I believe. See if we see people come down pit road. I don't know if it was open this time by. Yep, it is open, and we see some people. Fry Hubbard. Brian Corlocky come down pit road. Seems like those are the only 2. Real quick, going to take a second to talk about the original Rebels Racing League. This is the quote-unquote, you could call it the sister league to the original Rebels Racing League. As you see there, Sunday Night Truck Series, Extreme Xfinity Series, the Saturday Night Send It Cup Series, and the Tuesday Night Dirt Invader Series. The Cup Series, Dirt, and Truck currently aren't running, but the Extreme Xfinity Series tomorrow night is running, I believe, the 4th week for the Extreme Xfinity Series tomorrow night. Not sure what track, but that's not as important. Just want to bring you guys this info. As you see, brought to you by Rebels Racing Network, the Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday night series. The Sunday Night Truck Series brought to you by Intensity Broadcasting, which can be caught on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, just as you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook at Rebels Racing Network. So make sure to check out those other series, specifically tomorrow night. As we saw, only a couple of drivers pit, but mainly everybody in the top, I would say 15 to 12 stayed out. And we're getting close to the end of this race. Only about 34 laps to go. Quick laps around this little over half-mile track. So 125 laps can go by pretty quickly, and really they are, as we're hitting lap 92, and the green flag will wave at lap 93. So these guys will have 33 laps to go when they get to the green flag. Jason Warren leading the pack back to the green flag once again. Joshua Sexton in the second position, up 8 spots from the initial start of the race. Pace car is off and Jason Warren is off. Green flag racing. Another great restart from the 32 vehicle. Joshua Sexton able to hold on to that second spot. And Tanner Marr side by side with Josh Oswald for the third position. Going into turn 3, we're going to see who can come out with that spot. Looks like Tanner Marr going to be able to successfully hold on to that spot. Now Josh Oswald going to have to worry about holding off Curtis Critchley for that fourth position. Going to be able to do it. Another clean restart from all these guys. Oh, and another caution. It's like Sam Wetstein down pit road to see if anything happened to him. As we come back to you guys here. See what happened to Mr. Sam Wetstein. Ooh, little bump from Dave Whitstruck, and that turns him around. A little bit of contact with the wall. Unfortunate for him. Nothing he could do there. Just a bump, and he couldn't go anywhere but, you know, lock it down and try to stay out of that inside wall. Just a little bit of contact, so he should be able to fix that up. So he's going to be able to. So we will get yet another restart. Under 30 laps to go this time. Looks like Josh Lokenvent's into pit road. Well, with under 30 laps to go here at USA International Speedway, I mean, Jason Warren so far, easily been the strongest car of the night. But another restart and another chance for maybe one of these cars to potentially take the lead away from Mr. Warren. No one been able to match him on any of these restarts just yet. See if Joshua Sexton this time, last time not able to get a good enough jump. See if maybe he learned from the last restart and is able to use it on this one. And potentially at least go side by side with Warren into turn 1. If you can't get the lead from that, I mean, that's all you can really ask for, is to at least be side by side going into turn 1. Because if you're not, if he's cleared you by then you really have no chance, at least into turn 1. So that's all Joshua Sexton can hope for, is at least to get a good enough jump to be side by side going into the turn. Still going to be tough to take that spot away from Warren. Been strong all race and has not showed up, or has not showed that he's going to let up anytime soon. And these guys will restart with 26 laps to go. As we patiently wait for that Mustang to pull off the track. There it goes, and Warren once again jumping, and it might be a good restart for Warren. Yep, able to clear for the lead going into turn 1. And so is Joshua Sexton. Tanner Marr fighting on the inside of Josh Oswald for that third position. Able to keep that. Fry Hubbard back here in the sixth position. Second in championship points right now. So look for him to try to get as many spots as he can here, to try to stay as close to Jason Warren as he can. Fighting on the inside of Brian Korlacki, able to keep that spot away. Going to lock down that sixth position for now. Josh Oswald looking to threaten for that third spot from Tanner Marr. Not able to get it just yet from him, but definitely showing some speed and maybe potentially able to take that third spot away, that podium spot. Fry Hubbard. Oh, big wreck back here. I noticed Fry Hubbard had fell back and looked like he was caught in a wreck. We're going to go check out what happened here. As we're going to see what happened to Mr. Hubbard here. Ooh, 54 dove right below him, and a lot of contact between those two drivers. 54 of Curtis Critchley just dove down to the inside and accidentally made contact with the left rear of Fry. And Fry showing a little bit of displeasure there. As Fry now falling back to the 11th position. Still Mickey Isaac, who he's tied with in points right now, right behind him now in the 12th position. And Michael Swink back in the 17th position currently. And yet another late race restart for Jason Warren to get through, and more importantly, another chance for these guys behind him to just try to get a good enough restart to get side by side into turn one with Jason to try to take that lead away. If you can take it away from him now, even if he's faster than you, maybe you can hold him off for about what we're going to have is 15 to 19 laps to go. We'll see when we get the green flag. So not a lot of laps left, and if you're able to take the lead away, maybe that person can just hold him off for however long they can and possibly win this race and steal the race away from Jason. $20 laps to go here at USA International Speedway here in Lakeland, Florida. And these laps are going to fly by just as quick as the other 105 laps have. As not long lap times here at USA, as you would think, with it being about a half-mile track. And not a lot of laps left for these guys to try to take the lead away from Jason Warren. Not only has he been strong on the long run, or any kind of run, short run, long run, but he's also been great at getting a good jump on these restarts so that he doesn't have to deal with the second position being side by side with him into turn one. So I questioned if it would happen last restart, and I'll ask it again. Will we see Joshua Sexton get a good enough restart here to go side by side with Jason Warren going into turn one? And that can only be answered by one person, and that's Joshua Sexton. And we're going to see it here on this next restart as these guys are ready to go green once again. Pace car is off, and Jason Warren off once again. Green flag is out with 19 laps to go. And another good jump for Jason Warren, cleared for the lead going into turn one. Battling going back here for the 5th position, Brian Korlacki trying to fight off Shannon Wilder there on the inside. And Shannon Wilder able to take that 5th position away. But currently your leader, Jason Warren, not a big lead, only about 2 or 3 car lengths over Joshua Sexton. Sexton just not trying to give it up too easily. You know he wants to battle for that lead, but Jason Warren has just been too fast so far here at USA. And he seems to be fast everywhere. He seems to know how to set these cars up for every type of run that you can get. And it's showing here tonight. Led most of the laps. He gave up the lead. Pitt went back to the 10th position and fought his way all the way back to the lead once again. And now leading with 15 laps to go. Tanner Marr now trying to fight for that 2nd position. And if he's not careful, Josh Oswald right behind him looking to take that spot away from him. Looked like Oswald maybe slipped up out of turn 4. And now Josh Oswald falling back pretty far from Tanner. And now having to deal with Shannon Wilder, our pole sitter for this race. Shannon fell back kind of early, and we just haven't been able to see Shannon fight back all that much to get back up there in the top 3 and possibly fight for the lead. And not sure. I think Jason Warren's blinking because he was just blinking because it showed him dropping throughout the field. I was a little confused what was happening, but it was just him blinking. Now all that Jason Warren wants to see is just green flag, green flag, green flag until we get to that 1 to go. Does not want to have to do another restart. He's been good at them, but you never know what can happen in those late race restarts. So you know he just wants to see this thing go green the rest of the way. Come to the front stretch. 10 laps to go here at USA International Speedway. 10 more laps for Jason Warren around this half-mile track. Josh Oswald able to take that 4th spot back away from Shannon Wilder. Or I don't think Shannon ever took that spot away. I apologize. Able to hold off Shannon for that 4th spot. Top 3, Jason Warren, Joshua Sexton, and Tanner Marr right now. That is what we restarted with. So everybody able to maintain the spot that they restarted in. And really now the battle is just on for the 2nd position because Jason Warren, a healthy gap over Joshua Sexton, about a 2nd gap between the two. The back half of this race, it seems like Jason Warren and Joshua Sexton definitely have been 2 of the faster cars on track, 2 of the fastest on track. But Joshua Sexton just not able to find that little extra speed he's needed to try to battle for the lead. But you know he'll probably take a 2nd spot, happily. Trying to find Sexton here on our championship standings. He is back. He has 68 points currently, so pretty far back in the points of Jason Warren. 5 laps to go here at USA International Speedway. So it's going to be a nice 2nd place finish for him if we go green the rest of the way, but just pretty far back in points. Hasn't raced every race so far, so it's a bit unfortunate for him that he's not in the points race with how strong he has been. Four laps to go now. Jason Warren just ticking off laps now. Probably isn't running his fastest laps of the race, but running the safest laps of the race, just not making a mistake that could hurt himself. Because that seems to be really all that could hurt him at this point, other than a caution, would be for himself to, self spin out. So he's probably taking it pretty easy. Coming around 2 laps to go here at USA. As Josh Oswald trying to take that 3rd spot away from Tanner Marr here late in this race. And gonna slide up, and he's gonna be able to take that 3rd spot away. A nice move by Josh Oswald. Tanner Marr gonna look to fight back. Not able to do so. Back here with Jason Warren down the backstretch for the final time. Has led most of this race, has had the most dominating car. Coming through 3 and 4. Jason Warren is going to win another race, and he's going to win here at USA International Speedway. Absolute dominant car there in that 32 Jason Warren. Going to lengthen that championship lead over what looks like going to be Fry Hubbard. Oh, it looks like he may be lagged out there. Oh, there he is. As he is just making any and all contact he can with the wall there. Don't matter now. He is the winner of this race, and he can make any contact he wants at this point. Looks like he's going to park it now. So we're going to go ahead and get Mr. Warren in here. Oh, we're going to let him... We're going to wait till he finishes out those burnouts. We're going to let him enjoy those. And then we'll get him in here. Nope, there the motor goes, and I think he's ready now. Hey, Jason, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
Well, another week, another race, and another dominating car from you. Take us through your race.
Oh, the car was freaking lightning. It was amazing. Once I got out front, I mean, the car just basically did most of the work. I was a little, I was a little scared there for a little bit. I thought we may have pit a little too early to get the tires, but the car just, I mean, it was just incredible. Not much else I can say about it.
Yeah, you mentioned how you pit, and you said the car was incredible. So were you able to fight back from the 10th position to come back and take the lead mainly on the car, or would you say the tires as well helped you out?
Well, with that setup, with fresh tires anyway, it doesn't, with initial fresh tires, it takes 4 to 5 laps for the car to really get going, and the car is a little wobbly, so to speak, the first few laps. So I was a little worried being in traffic or whatever. But once the tires warmed up a little bit, then I mean, it was just beautiful. Just carved right through them.
Well, we had what seems like a surprisingly not short track out of all the short tracks that we do see in the schedule. Next week we head to Charlotte. How you feeling about that track?
I have absolutely no idea. I know there's going to be some slight drafting going on with these cars there. Um, I don't know. We'll see. From what I hear anyway, they say it's like the Daytona of super late models. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I guess that gives us more reasons to look. Well, at least as a viewer, reasons to look forward to that. That might be a little hectic as a driver. You got any shout outs you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Zero Nine Race Shop. They gave me an absolutely incredible piece tonight. Warren's Utility Buildings, Carports, and Garages. The Crafty Crafter, couldn't do it without her. I'd like to thank you for doing an amazing broadcast tonight. We were actually talking in Discord about how amazing you sound on YouTube and stuff. I'd like to thank Matt, guys, for, I mean, letting us be basically a sister league on part of his stuff. That's about it, my man.
Well, shout out to you for running this Thunderstruck Super Series and definitely put a good little league here together. A lot of fun racing watching you guys. So, again, congratulations on your win and looking forward to seeing you next week.
I appreciate it, man. Take care.
You too. That was your winner, Jason Warren. Now we're going to go ahead and get Joshua Sexton in here. I'm going to check something out right before I pull him in here, though. All right, we're going to go ahead and get Joshua in here. Hey, Joshua, you got a copy?
I hear you loud and clear, Zach.
Well, second place finish for you last week and another one this week. So it seems like consistency is definitely good with you and Five Kings because I remember you and Tanner Marr teammates. So, I mean, another setup you guys are able to put together. And, I mean, how are you able to do it?
Yeah, we didn't have as much practice as we needed this week, but we got a pretty good setup together for the race. I think we both were a little bit too loose in practice, so we did some small adjustments to tighten it up, and it turned out it ended up being the wrong move on the long run. So we were just a little too tight. Tanner was a lot tighter than me towards the end, and he lost dropped down to fourth spot. But overall, the car was really, really good. I wish I had not made those changes. I think it would have been a lot better right there at the end of the race.
Yeah, so you started the race in the 10th position. You had a really fast car. Did you just happen to mess out qualifying or something? Because I noticed you during the race were starting to kind of find your way through the pack to that second position behind Jason Warren. Was it just a little mishap in qualifying, or is the setup just better for the race?
No, it's just a mishap. I got loose coming off of 4 on the first lap, and it also came across the line and messed up the second lap. So I knew I had some work to do, but I knew I had a good car, and it didn't take too long to get up to the front a couple different times because the car was so good. So I was really happy with that too.
Well, we moved from a half-mile short track to a mile and a half at Charlotte next week. How you feeling about that?
I feel good. I feel good that being part of Five Kings Motorsports, that we're going to be able to get some practice in this week, and we'll get a nice setup, a very competitive setup. I actually don't believe that we have been to this track on super late models before, so it's going to be pretty new for us. But I'm confident that we'll get together as a team and we'll get the right setup.
All right, you got any shout-outs you want to throw out there?
Just again with Five Kings Motorsports, only 2 of us here tonight. Holidays. Tanner Marr, thanks for helping me out with the setup and really good race in there. Thanks to the guys at Thunderstruck, Jason Warren, Josh Oswald, Shannon Wilder. They do a really great job. It was a great race, and I love racing with these guys.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on your second place finish and looking forward to seeing you out on track next week.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Joshua Sexton, second place finisher. Now we're going to move on to Josh Oswald. Hey, Josh, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you. How are you?
I'm doing good. It wasn't easy for you to eventually finish third, but you made your way there. Take us through your race.
It was going good. I was actually wanting to make my first set of tires last as long as I could, and got turned around there after that restart and had to take them and fight my way back up through. I mean, I had a better car in the long run. I wish we had a little bit more long green runs.
So This is an open setup league for those watching that don't know. So, was your setup more built for the long run here tonight?
Yeah, I was hoping for more of an extended run. We had some room on this track, so I did set it for the long run. So when people's tires are wearing off, mine stay consistent. It might not have been the fastest, on the short run when we first got going, but as the race would go on, I'd be able to reel those guys in.
Well, I believe you move up to the 4th spot in the championship standings. Yeah, I'm checking it. 4th spot. So you move up 1 spot from where you were before the race. Currently 16 points behind Jason Warren. Other than, showing up every week, what can you try to do to find some speed and maybe try to, win over Jason Warren?
Well, Jason's tough to beat, and the only thing you do to get faster on here is practice and keep trying different things and adjustments for setup, and hopefully plan out a good race strategy. And maybe we'll come out on top, but I'll just take it one race at a time and let the points fall where they fall.
Yeah, so we move from a short track to an intermediate, 1.5 miles at Charlotte Motor Speedway. How you feeling about Charlotte?
I mean, I like Charlotte. I mean, it's not on the top of my list, but I feel like I'll run solid there.
All right, you got any shout-outs you want to throw out there?
I just like to thank you for doing a good job with our broadcasts each week, and thank all the guys that I work with running this league. I feel like we're doing a good job. People seem to be happy. That's about it.
All right, well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and looking forward to seeing you out on track next week.
Absolutely. Thank you, man.
Thank you. All right, that was your top 3 from tonight's race here at USA International Speedway, and we'll take you through the field now. Scroll through here. Keith Thurst didn't run a lap, so really he did run a lap, but not, I think he ran a couple laps and then shut it down. So there's your top 18 there. Some cars lap down, finishing as you see. We'll go through the field. So Jason Warren, your winner. Joshua Sexton, 2nd. Josh Oswald, 3rd. Tanner Marr in the 4th position. And Shannon Wilder rounding out the top 5. Brian Kralacki in the 6th position. Curtis Critchley in the 7th position. Dave Wittstruck, 8th. Fry Hubbard, 9th. And Aaron Ward rounding out the top 10. Mickey Isaac in the 11th position. Josh Lokenvitz, 12th. Eric Lake, 13th. David Hall, 14th. Chud Bassett in the 15th position. Sam Wetstein, 16th. Michael Swink, 17th. And Keith Lichtenwalner, 18th. And Keith Thurst, 19th. Rounds out your field for tonight's race. Go ahead and pull up the point standings. As you see, the top 3 stay the same. Jason Warren, Fry Hubbard, and Mickey Isaac. Fry Hubbard able to at least build a little bit of a gap over Mickey Isaac as he came in tied with him at 1:15. So able to build that gap over him a little bit tonight. Josh Oswald, like I mentioned, with him moving up to the 4th position, and Michael Swink falling to the 5th spot in the points, but really still in it. A lot of these guys still in contention to win the championship in the top 10, as you see your points there. So Jason Warren moving that lead to a 13-point gap over Fry Hubbard. Each time he wins, he just builds that gap more and more. So we'll see what happens next week at Charlotte with him and with the rest of these guys in the point standings. So that was 125 laps here at USA International Speedway. A great race from these guys. A little bit of trouble on some of these restarts, but they were able to get it together and keep it clean to end the race there. So a lot of fun watching these guys run at any of these short tracks, but USA, another short track that's a lot of fun to watch. Jason Warren, I believe that's his 2nd win of the season. And Fry Hubbard in that 2nd spot, proving consistency is key, holding that 2nd position in the points. He doesn't have a win so far, but has been able to just run solid every week so far and able to keep himself in contention for that championship at the end of this season. Next week, we head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for 75 laps around what Jason explained could be a Daytona in these cars. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun to watch, in my opinion. Looking forward to that a lot. And you see the rest of your schedule there. 4 races left in the season. 4 races left until we crown a champion at Dover International Speedway. We will actually crown a champion in a different year. So 2021, maybe you can call whoever wins the championship the 2021 champion. Who knows? But obviously most of the season run in 2020. So yeah, next week, or I don't think it's next week, 2 weeks from now. No, that's next week. I apologize. Forgot there's a day that I was missing. So yeah, next week at Charlotte Speedway. Going to be a fun one to watch. Once again, these are the 4 series in the original Rebels Racing League. The Thunderstruck Super Series is the sister league to ORRL. Sunday Night Truck Series brought to you by Intensity Broadcasting. They can be caught on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. The Extreme Xfinity Series brought to you by Rebels Racing Network. That will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern. Going to be a lot of fun to watch those guys. I'm going to look and see where they are. They are at Bristol. So those guys are going to be at Bristol in the Extreme Xfinity Series. That is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Could be pretty hectic as well. The Saturday Night Senate Cup Series, that starts back up December 15th. So a little bit until that starts back up. Tuesday Night Dirt Invader Series, that starts up December 1st, so that's starting up shortly. Those 3 brought to you by here, Rebels Racing Network, and Alex Veith will be bringing you the Tuesday Night Dirt Invader Series. And as well, tonight, every Thursday night, the Thunderstruck Super Series. So definitely keep paying attention to this YouTube channel, or if you're on Facebook or Twitch. A lot more races coming up for you guys. See if I have anything else for you guys before we head off. So yeah, just make sure to tune in tomorrow night for the Extreme Xfinity Series at Bristol. Going to be a fun, I believe, 175 laps. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 175. So make sure to tune in tomorrow night. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and have a good night.